Hey everybody, it's Charles from Craving Shaving. How y'all doing? For a bit of a nostalgic shave today. As much as I have been able to, I'm recreating my very first wet shave experience. Now there are some items that I no longer have, so I've just gone with other items that I got as early as I could. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. So all of this started with this soap. So this is the Von der Hagen Luxury Shave Soap. There actually was a kit sold that had that, and it had this, the Von der Hagen razor, which I have since given to somebody. I don't even remember who, maybe my brother. And so I had my wife pick one up. She had to go out to get some stuff, right? And while she was there, I had her pick that up. So we have the Von der Hagen stuff, soap, and razor. It also came with a brush, but it was bad. It was a really bad brush, so I am not using that. Instead, whoops, is I'm going to use the next brush, the second brush that I ever bought, and that is the Maggard Razors synthetic. Let's try to get the glare off that brush. And that is this kind of very popular when I started wet shaving, the Plisson kind of style knot, or Plisoft knot. So we're going to use that. And I think just because I haven't, this is kind of all in the vein of like giving things a second try. And so in this Von der Hagen razor, we're gonna try these. Whoa, glare. There we go. These are the Von der Hagen blades, made in Germany. So let's grab one of those out. And we're gonna give it a shot. Now, this is the original blade that I used. However, I do not remember it being a great blade, but that could have easily been, so open it up, put it in, that could have easily been because I had no idea what I was doing. Very little blade exposure there. Let me see if I can get a image of that you can see. Yeah, so very little blade exposure, very mild razor. Which is fine for me. I don't mind a mild razor. So, but I'm guessing if we compare it to this flare tip super speed, I'm guessing it's even milder, but very similar form factor. Anyway, okay. So I've got the soap in my lather bowl that I made. I'm gonna try to give it some experience here. Now, one thing, I don't know how I would even classify this scent, except for that I really like it, which is weird for a soap you can get for $5 on Amazon. It's a very hard soap, and now that I know what I'm doing, I have gotten great lathers with it. When I originally started, I think I was adding too much water from the beginning and didn't get a great lather. But now that I kind of know what I'm doing, I feel like I can't lather things up quite as fast as I usually do in this lather bowl that I made, simply because the sides are very shallow. When I make bowls in the future, I'm going to make them a little deeper. But it is a very pleasant scent. I have no idea. If you can describe it, feel free to in the comments. If you're familiar with this soap, or if you found scent notes somewhere. I have not, so that looks pretty good. We will go with that and wet the face a little bit. Now, this brush, like I said, was kind of the first synthetic brush type to become really popular. It's very, very floppy, very, very soft. Not a ton of backbone, but it gets the job done. And I'm talking about the form factor. I'm not talking about the this specific one. There were a lot. I'm not saying this from Maggard's was the first popular one. I'm saying this style of knot. Nice and creamy lather, not super voluminous. I probably could get it there. In fact, it's a little dry, but I'm not going to worry about it. I do, though, need to get it all the way up to my sideburn. That would be helpful. This is a great razor to start with if you're worried about cutting yourself. It is very mild. Very, very mild. The blades, don't seem to be causing any issues yet, these Vonderhagen blades. So my original opinion on them may have been a little bit skewed. What I will say about these blades, though, is don't buy them at the store unless you need to, because they're just way overpriced. And I did not buy them. They came with the razor, so I bought the razor. I'm pretty sure this is already going far, far smoother than it did when I first did it. Reapply some water to the face, and let's go ahead and one thing is, because of the form factor, I didn't show this. You kind of saw how I got the water or the soap into the bowl, how I just kind of smashed it in there. That was me just literally scraping some off the top. The Vonderhagen soap puck is quite hard, so you kind of have to, if you have a bowl lather like I do nowadays anyway, you're gonna have to just kind of scrape some smash it down into your bowl. I'm blown away by this already, guys. Go ahead and go back to, this isn't an official challenge video. But those of you who have YouTube channels, I'm just going to say I'm tagging everybody. Not really tagging, because I haven't talked to anybody about it. I try not to do that unless I know them quite well. But I'd be interested in watching what you guys have to say about the original things that you very first started using. If you go back to them, how many of you did a lot of research into stuff before you bought your first stuff? What was your first YouTube video you watched on it? Mine was, oh man, it wasn't Kevy. It was like executive shaving or something. A tutorial on how to use a safety razor. This is going well so far, I think. I don't feel any irritation or anything. My skin actually feels quite nice, which is pretty cool. I really do like this soap. It's a pretty nice thing. Now, where I am, it's no longer currently available just at your local Walmart or whatever. So that's kind of a bummer, because that was its main selling point for me, is I could just go pick some up, and that's really nice. I don't want to have to order stuff online all the time. It's cheap and readily available. Not that that's all that matters. Here's something else that's cheap and readily available, and I do not endorse Williams generally, but it is still available locally to me, and for very, very cheap. Now, I will say, Williams, last time I bought it, I think it was just over $1, like $1.20 or something like that. Maybe, I know it was less than $2. And even on scent alone, this has got Williams beat, in my opinion. But I hate Williams, as I've talked about. If you haven't seen my Williams versus, what was that? Did you guys hear my daughter screaming? They're having fun out there. If you didn't see my Williams versus canned shave foam, head over and if I can figure out how to do that, if I can put a link to it, I'll try to. If not, it'll be down below. But this is such a mild razor. I did get interesting results on that Williams shave. In a good way, but I still don't like Williams. I would say I'm going to probably do another shave with this at some point with a different blade. This is one that you could definitely probably get away with a feather blade, which I still have some kicking around somewhere, I think. Well, at my school, anyway, it is officially spring break, which I have to admit is a little bit weird under the current circumstances, because I've been home for 2 weeks, and now be home for another week, but without online classes to get out, I guess. Well, hey. Guys, give stuff a second chance because, one, I'm actually noticing post-shave on this. And I never notice post-shave. But my face feels pretty soft. I am going to clean up a bit and we'll come back and do some post-shave stuff. Hang out for just 1 second. Okay, so first things first, I am going to use the alum block and see. I know already this is much less feedback than I got, although there is feedback. It was not a great shave as far as my skin. I mean, it is very, very, very smooth as far as hair removal, but my skin did take a bit of a beating, and it could be due to the fact that it was such a mild razor that I just kept going over stuff. But it's also, and my hypothesis, there's the science teacher coming out in me, is that it's the blades. Enough people have complained about them that, well, it could be that. Actually, I have two competing hypotheses at this point. One could be the blades, because no one goes to this as their favorite go-to blade. And then the other one would be, I usually wait longer before I shave. This has only been a couple days and I barely have any growth by then. So that could be it as well. So definitely some feedback, especially on my neck. Very, very sore there. So rinse some of that alum off. And we'll go for the first aftershave that I ever used in my life. So I don't know about you guys, but when I was just shaving with cartridge razors, I never used aftershave ever. And Skin Bracer is easily and readily available at Walmart or Walgreens or your grocery store, everywhere. It's all over the place. So, and I like the smell of it. You know, they're not sealed at the store, so you know, I was that guy getting all the aftershaves going, or you know, so getting a whiff of all of them, and I smelled Skin Bracer, and I'm not a big fan of like cologne-y scents for the most part. So I smelled Skin Bracer with its kind of powdery, nice scent, and I was like, yeah, that one. And it's got menthol, which I already knew I liked when I did shave with like canned foam and the stuff. I always try to get the kind with menthol in it. And so I already knew that I liked that. Interesting. Very interesting shave. This went way better than I was expecting it to. I obviously expected it to be better than when I first used it, because now I actually know what I'm doing. But yeah, this was a good shave. Did I get some soreness on my skin when I applied the alum? Yeah. And it burned with the Skin Bracer too, let me tell you. But overall, I think it was fine, and I'm happy with the results that I got. We'll mess with the variables maybe in future videos. So down in the comments, tell me what your first kit was, and be interested to see if any of you started out with Vonderhagen, and if you've used it since you've started the actual hobby part of it. Yeah, I think that's it. So hey, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content. I'm going to be doing a giveaway once I hit 750 subscribers, which I'm kind of close, I guess. But I would love to be able to do that, and I'll be giving away some brushes and maybe some other gear. I've got some razors that I never use, and I'm too lazy to sell them, so maybe I'll give some of those away. I've got the Mamba, the RazorRock Mamba, that I think I'm going to give away, and just some other stuff. So I'll probably do a few giveaways when I hit 750, or maybe I'll do some stuff and hold on to some other stuff when I hit 1,000. That'd be awesome if I could get to 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a wonderful day.